Good morning, students. Welcome to Bhavishya IAS Academy. Today, we are going to launch a flagship initiative for UPSC Prelims 2026. In this initiative, we are going to launch the MCQ series, where we will be covering ecology and environment, polity, history, art and culture, geography, month-wise MCQs. So, please try to subscribe our channel and please follow our channel for regular updates. And we'll start the topic. The first question is, consider the following statements regarding the impact of polar ice melting on global climate systems. So the question is asking about the impact of polar ice melting on global climate systems. As we are witnessing because of greenhouse gas emissions and accelerated global warming, we are witnessing polar ice melting. So what is the impact? That is what the question is asking about. So the statements are given below. In the first statement, it is shown as the melting of Arctic ice can disrupt thermohaline circulations, which affecting global climate patterns. So we need to know about thermohaline circulations. So what is this thermohaline circulations? And the second statement is melting permafrost releases methane, a potent greenhouse gas which contributes to global warming. The third statement reads as the melting of Antarctic ice has no significant impact on global sea levels due to its limited ice volume. So which of the following statements are correct? A, 1 and 2 only, B, 1 and 3, C, 2 and 3 only, D, 1, 2, 3. So here I am giving you 15 seconds to answer this question. So please try to answer this. Yeah. See students, this is the polar ice cap where the one of the iceberg is getting cleavaged from the existing ice. So because of accelerated global warming and increased greenhouse gas emissions, this polar ice caps are melting. So what are the impacts on global temperatures? What are the impacts on global climate systems? We need to know. The first thing is it reduces albedo effect. Because of polar ice cap meltings, it reduces albedo effect, which means the amount of solar energy that is reflected back into the space gets reduced, and as a result it absorbs more heat from the sun. This causes more warming, which in turn causes more ice to melt. And this thermohaline circulation is nothing but ocean currents. So the melting ice, it can interfere with ocean conveyor belt. So the influx of fresh melt water can prevent the normal sinking of dense salty water, which disrupts the circulation patterns that disturb heat and nutrients around the globe. Yes, so definitely the first statement is right, where the melting of Arctic ice can disrupt the ocean current circulation, which affects the global climate patterns as they are interlinked with Atlantic Meridian ocean circulation. And it also increases the sea levels, which causes coastal flooding. The second statement reads as the melting permafrost releases methane. Yes, the trapped methane in the permafrost releases because of melting of polar ice caps, which is a potent greenhouse gas, which contributes to global warming, which leads to ocean acidification, which is harmful to our marine life, which impacts the marine habitat. And the third statement reads as the melting of Antarctic ice has no significant impact on global sea levels. This statement is blatantly wrong because the melting of, it may be Arctic ice, it may be Antarctic ice, it may be Himalayan ice, it has an impact on global sea levels, global climate systems, atmospheric systems, etc. So, which of the following statements are right? So, as we know, 1 and 2 are right and the third statement is incorrect. You can see here. Okay, so first to you students, we also have the explanation where you can go through, which I'll upload this in the below of the video. And we'll jump into the second question. Consider the following statements with reference to dugong. They are primarily herbivores which are found in the Gulf of Mannar and Andaman and Nicobar Islands in India. They are listed as endangered species on the IUCN Red List. They are protected under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. How many of the given statements are correct? Only 1, only 2, all the 3 and none. Please try to answer this question before explanation. I'm giving you 15 seconds. Right. So, for your info, this is dugong, which we also call it as sea cow. It's a marine mammal. And the IUCN status is vulnerable in nature. They mostly inhabit warm, shallow coastal waters. They mostly inhabit near bays, lagoons, and estuaries, mostly in Indo-Pacific region. And for your info, dugongs can live up to 70 years. If we see in India, the dugong is found in limited population but in specific coastal areas, where in Gulf of Mannar, Gulf of Kutch, and also in the Park Bay, and also in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So the IUCN status of dugong is vulnerable, which is very important for your UPSC exam. So the second statement is incorrect. And when it comes to CITES, the dugong is listed as Appendix 1 in CITES. As India is also signatory to the Conservation of Migratory Species, the dugong conservation also is much more important to our India. So, why it is in news? Basically, India's first dugong conservation reserve was established in Park Bay, Tamil Nadu. So this initiative was recently recognized by IUCN World Conservation Congress. So this is how you need to prepare one prelims question, where you need to cover all the things. So as we know, they are primarily herbivores and which are found in Gulf of Mannar, Andaman and Nicobar. The first statement will be automatically right. The second statement is incorrect. And the third statement is yes, they are protected under Schedule 1 of Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Even we celebrate World Dugong Day on May 28th to raise awareness about the conservation needs of dugong. Please go through the solution which has been provided to you as they graze 30 to 40 kg of sea grass a day. Going to the third question, with reference to coral triangle, which of the following statements is or are correct? It spans across Indonesia, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, Philippines, Solomon Islands, and Timor-Leste. It is home to more than 75% of the world's coral species. Select the correct answer using the code given below. 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, neither 1 nor 2. So please try to answer this question. I'm giving you 15 seconds. Yes, I know you guessed right. The coral triangle is a roughly triangular area which spans mostly in the tropical areas. Indonesia, Malaysia, Papua New Guinea, Philippines, Solomon Islands, Timor-Leste. Yes. It contains around more than 76% of world's shallow water reef building coral species and over 2000 species of reef fish. And Coral Triangle is also home to 6 of the 7 world's marine turtle species. Excuse me. So, our answer is both 1 and 2. Yes. So, you can go to the solution board and you can check and you can write. Okay. Next. Coming to the 4th question of the day, which is, with reference to the camel breeds in India, consider the following statements. The Karai camel of Gujarat is the only Indian camel breed adapted to coastal and mangrove ecosystems and is capable of swimming in seawater. Okay. The Bactrian camel with 2 humps is native to Thar desert region of Rajasthan. Okay. Fine. First of all, we'll see the diagrams. The Karai camel is this one, and this is Bactrian camel. We also call it as double humped camel. So please try to answer this question in 15 seconds. Okay. The Karai camel is a rare species of camel found in the Kutch region of Gujarat. And you know what? The Karai camel, they take mangroves trees as their food. This question has already been asked in UPSC Prelims, which is already in news. So Karai camels, mostly they thrive in Kutch region and they thrive on mangroves as their food. And they are known for their ability for swimming. Yes, so it becomes right statement. They also survive in dry land ecosystem. Karai camels also thrives both in dry land ecosystem as well as in coastal ecosystem. That is the reason the traders in the ancient days, they used to use these Karai camels for traveling and trade and commerce purposes. Whereas the Bactrian camel is also known as double humped camel. It has 2 humps. They are native to Mongolia and China. And they thrive in cold regions mostly. In India, we find a double humped camel in Nubra Valley in Ladakh. They are well adapted to withstand extreme temperatures such as minus 30 degrees Celsius. So their physical adaptations are impeccable. But the concern is the Bactrian camel, the wild Bactrian camel, is listed as critically endangered. Even the Bactrian camel also has the rich history of usage in Silk Road. So as we know, the second statement becomes incorrect, where the Bactrian camels is not native to Thar desert, it is native to Ladakh of Hundar sand dunes or Nubra valley or white desert. It's not we often see in Thar desert. So the statement given is only is right. You can read the solution. Next, the last question of the day. With reference to Kunming Biodiversity Fund, consider the following statements. It's a multi-partner trust fund established to support the Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework. Okay. It was set up jointly by China and UNEP. Okay. Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework adopted at COP15 to the CBD. And it is a legally binding framework with 4 goals for 2050 and 23 targets for 2030. So Kunming Biodiversity Fund becomes very, very important because it's a landmark initiative of UNCBD and which was initiated in COP15 of CBD. Yes, I'm trying to give you 10 seconds for answering this question. Sure. As we know that it was jointly set up by China and UNEP, right? And not only that, China has also worked with other institutions like UNDP and SCBD. So China, UNEP, UNDP and SCBD are the organizations which jointly set up this Kunming Biodiversity Fund. And there is approximately 200 million that has been pledged by China towards this fund. Yes, it's a multi-partner trust fund established to support KMGBF. But the third statement is incorrect. Why? As we know that it is a non-binding framework. Kunming Montreal Global Biodiversity Framework is a non-legally binding framework because it cannot force the nations to adopt this Montreal framework or pledging the funds. It cannot. It's a non-legally binding framework, which is a catchy point here. Yes, it is adopted in COP15. Yes, it has 23 targets. Yes, it has 4 goals for 2015, but it is non-legally binding. So this is how the UPSC plays, where it changes the statements from legally to non-legally, etc. So we should be aware of that. So please go through the solution. I think you enjoyed this session, and please follow our channel for your more updates and continuing this series. Thank you.